Hello again, my YouTube fans and chess fans. Many of you know about the Olympiads being played in Norway. There are, as of round 10, almost 3,500 games, so I couldn't possibly show you them all. But I would like to pull out a couple of interesting ones. First, I want to talk about Magnus Carlsen. The World Championship is a little bit, the world champion is a little bit off key, I think. The current world champion is not playing as well as you would expect. He is winning some games, but his team, Norway team, is actually low on the list of ranks, somewhere in around 30s. And the other one I want to talk to you about is somebody I never knew about, Sam Shankland of the United States. Since I am in the United States, I'm pleasantly surprised at the Sam Shankland won something like 8 out of 9 matches he played, and the one that he didn't win, he drew. The most interesting game I want to show you after this is his game with Judith Polgar of Russia. Of Hungary. We all know Judith Polgar. So let me show you this first, and here's where the ambiguity of rankings never ceases to amaze me. In my opinion, as it always, you may know by now that I have this sort of affinity with the ratings. I like to know my own rating if I could get one. If I had to guess, maybe I'm a 1600, which is not that great, but it's better than some people I know. But in my opinion, it's once you reach 2,500 and above, there's a bit more ambiguity over the whole thing. So here, Magnus Carlsen is over 100 points. More like 168, something like that, 160 some odd points over the German player. And I don't want to be able to pronounce his name, so don't ask. But so he lost this game. Let me go ahead and start playing. I'm just going to try and talk a little bit while it's playing. We're just going to go ahead and just replay it. Okay. So I'm going to figure out why he lost this game. I didn't see the commentary. I did watch some of the games live. You can catch these games, by the way, being broadcast live from Norway. You can choose your language, and you get different commentators for the language that you choose. There is a new website, a new chess playing website that you can sign up for, which is the brainchild of none other than the former world champion, Vishy Anand. It's called Chess24. Highly recommend it. Perhaps if I have time in this video, I'll even pull up the site and show it to you. But I'm also showing this game and also showing you Magnus Carlsen specifically because, as you remember in my previous videos from the time of the championship match, I was asking, do you think that Vishy Anand will be able to reclaim his title? And it seems to me that, and at least in this game, it shows that Magnus is certainly not invincible. Perhaps he's sort of relaxed, having more fun, because he knows he's not going to lose his title by not performing his best on these games. But on the other hand, he's playing for his country, Norway, and you would think that maybe some of the pressure, the political pressure for him to win, is still there. But in any case, it just seems to me that he is not on his big game. He's having a little bit of difficulty. Maybe he's tired. I don't know. So in any case, there are so far over 3,400 games have been played. Tomorrow, I think today's a rest day, or I should say Wednesday was a rest day. So tomorrow the match 11, round 11 begins. The time zone is, what are they calling it? Let me see. I think it's European something summertime. It's E something ST. In any case, it puts them 6 hours ahead of me, and I'm Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time actually. No, it's Eastern Standard Time. In any case, they're 6 hours ahead of me at this time. So they start, I think, at 2 o'clock, or 1400 hours. That makes it 8 o'clock in the morning for me. So you just figure out your time zone. They have some calculators on the web that you can figure that out. They're being played in Norway. So let's let me be quiet for a minute and let's finish watching this game. You can of course mute my speech, my talking, and watch the game. I want to find out why Magnus lost. He's playing white against Germany. Again, I cannot pronounce his name, so I'm not going to try. Well, I can see that Germany has a pawn ready to promote. Oh, goodness, there's a... Oh, yeah, he's got a 2-pawn majority at this time. Okay, I'm sure he was going to take that. Okay. Now it's a 1-pawn majority. This is a case of bishop against knight. Very interesting. And there it is. You can't take that pawn. See, if he took that pawn, black, the German black player would be... what was that move, 50 something? I'm going to go back to that in a minute. Well, let me pause. Let me see if I can pause it for a minute. Let me see if I can go back to it now. No, I can't. Well, uh-oh. Okay, so, okay. So we can't take this pawn. Well, first of all, because the knight is there. Okay, so let's continue this. Okay, again, only this time he's in check. But to get out of check, he cannot take this pawn. Why can he take that pawn? Because if he takes that pawn, then that's what happens, and it's a lost cause. It's an immediate, you know, that Magnus would not be able to chase that pawn down, and if he tries to, he would lose sight of this one. So let's see if we can continue this now. All right, so Magnus moves down, and Magnus is the one that takes the pawn finally, which is good for him. But now what happens? Okay, so I think this is where we left off. Now, why would Magnus move the king there? I don't know. Let's go ahead and continue. I guess he anticipated the bishop move. I mean, the knight attacking the bishop. Yeah, I can see where Magnus is having a little bit of difficulty keeping an eye on both pawns. Now he's about to lose his only other pawn. There goes that one that Magnus had. I'm pretty sure Magnus resigned somewhere around here. And that was it. So black was 2 pawns up, bishop against knight. Pawns are separated by such a distance that Magnus could not keep an eye on both. So he resigned. I saw the end of the game where Magnus had with a smile shook hands, resigned. But again, I would have expected a little bit more from Magnus. I mean, considering the amazing games he played against Anand for the World Championship, this actually surprises me. Okay, enough of that. Let's close this window off. Let's go ahead and I want to talk to you about this new guy, Sam Shankland, who single-handedly, I think, brought the American team up to close to the top. Of course, China is still on top. We're going to find out tomorrow how that works out. Let's go ahead and type in Shankland. And hit OK. Again, of course, always play these in high definition. I know this fine print is kind of small and these videos don't always come out readable. So here's Shankland's games. Again, I think it's 9 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. 8 of which he won. He had at round 7. He had won all 7. But at I think it was round 8. No, it was round 9 that he drew, and that was against. I'm not going to be able to pronounce these people's names, so I'm not going to, and I don't know what country that is right now. But the one that I'm interested in right now is Judith Polgar. We all know Judith Polgar. We can pronounce her name. So let's go ahead and pull that one up. A very interesting game where somewhere around move 38, 39, and 40, I think, Sam Shankland starts to I think it's Sam starts to chase Judith's queen down, and she keeps refusing to trade, and then finally she gives in. And he was able to hold on to the material advantage, which put him in the win. Very interesting game, very friendly game as well. In fact, what's really interesting is that I found out during the match, I was listening to some of it, I didn't watch the whole thing. In an interview with Sam Shankland, first of all, he is a chef. I didn't know that. But what surprised me was that I believe it was mentioned that he had actually trained with Judith Polgar at one time or another. So I found that very interesting. That puts chess in the elite group of games that you can train with somebody from a country you end up competing against in the Olympics. So that's rather unique to me, anyway. Actually, it was pretty unique to the commentators as well, because he even said, and the way his surprise was that Judith Polgar was actually training him at one time. So I guess she must have done a good job, because she trained somebody who beat her. Maybe I should fast forward this a little bit. So they're calling this the Bogo Indian E11 on the encyclopedia of openings. However, if you can see the bottom of my screen, oops. For some reason, 2 parts of this chess program, Fritz 11, on the bottom of the screen it says E14 Queen's Indian classical variation for E3. But that's not the right one. Or maybe they're just telling me that the classical variation would be E3. I don't know. I did look it up. And in fact, I want to show you that. Let me pause this. And I thought I had it on the bottom of the screen. I'm going to pause this. I want to show you something. The difference between the Bogo, from what my little research showed me, was this b6, whereas I believe in the standard Queen's Indian, b6 was played on move 3 instead of move 4. But let me just verify that. I got the encyclopedia here. So we're looking at e11 and e14, right? So there they are. Let me maximize this. So e11, the Bogo Indian, on move 3, Judith Polgar played bishop b4 check. Okay. On the bottom of the screen here, on the bottom of the screen of the chess program, it mentions e14, and it shows b6 as being move 3. No, wait, which one does it show? Let me see. Okay, we have to unmaximize this. It shows e14, yes. Okay, so yeah, there it is. Sure. Actually, yeah, 4e3. That would be the Queen's Indian. I guess there's two Queen's Indians here, e14 and e15, two variations. The classical variation would be the one that they're showing on the bottom of my screen on the chess program. So in any case, the difference being from e11 to e14 would be the bishop b4 check. Okay, which is what Judith Polgar chose. Okay, so I'm going to close this off and continue this. Here's again, play this in high definition. Here's move number 3, bishop b4 check. And b6 came later on, the next move. So let me continue. See now, if you want to see Judith Polgar's side, I imagine, at one time it looked like she was doing fine here. Let me just pause this. Right now it's bishop for knight, so the material is even. The computer is not saying who's better. Usually I get something at the bottom of the score pad saying white has an advantage or black has an advantage. So at this point, things seem to be fairly even. Let's see if I can flip the board with that drawing. No, I guess I can't. Let's take a look at Judith Polgar's view. Okay, now we're looking at black on the bottom. So if you were playing black, would you think you had a decent position? Well, of course they have a decent position, but would you think you were winning? Okay. I'm just going to manually forward the game. So, to make this video a little shorter, black has a mate threat here. See? Okay, so exchanges material. Alright, so black has a mate threat here. Let me go back some more. Okay, so let's go back to Shankland's view. So at move 25 and move 26. Okay. Judith Polgar puts Shankland in check. Trades the, I don't know why. Okay, so takes the rook, trades rooks, puts Shankland in check. And now Judith Polgar, excuse me, has a mate threat here, as you could see. So how did Shankland get out of this? Okay, simple enough. This exchanges material. Takes back material. So now at this point, see, I think this might have been Judith's mistake. She took the chance in trading this knight for a pawn. She just wanted to get rid of that pawn for some reason. And I'm not an expert commentator. I recommend if you can talk somebody like King's Crusher into commenting on this game. Maybe I should ask him. He's an expert commentator on these things. But I think she might have overdid herself here by giving away that knight. Now black, but because she does have another mate threat here. Again, she decided to go with, for the mate threat. But the queen is still there. So it's not exactly a mate threat, is it? Oops. Oh, sure. We got 3 pieces there now. So there's a mate threat there, for sure. Now, how is it that he got out of this? I would have to say, without looking at the score sheet, I would say put the bishop. Right? So what does he do? Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's exactly what he did. Okay. So now Judith backs up. Now Shankland brings down the bishop, threatening the queen. Black king's safety has dropped slightly. Okay, so Judith Polgar starts moving pawns up. Yeah. Okay, so let's speed this up now. Okay, I've been taking too much time on this game. Now here it says white has a decisive advantage. White king safety dropped. White threatens to win material. White has a decisive advantage. So you think this might have been a mistake. The queen is threatened. And Judith Polgar pulls down the queen, and according to the computer, white has a decisive advantage all of a sudden. Very interesting. Black now has a mate threat. Very, very. Now here it is. Okay, move 41. Shankland has had enough with her queen and decides to start chasing it around. And she keeps refusing to trade. Puts black in check. Okay. A couple moves pass before he threatens it again. There it is there. She refuses to trade. He does it again. Refuses to trade. He does it again and refuses to trade. Okay, she gets a pawn out of the deal. Tries to pull back some of her material that she gave away. And now she takes the trade. From here, white wins a piece. White should exchange pieces. So from here, I think Shankland was able to hold on to the advantage. And I think that's what lost Judith's game. So I'm going to go through these moves quickly. And there's how it left off, and Judith Polgar has resigned. So there you have it. The PGN file I said was available on the web to my original place that I had went to the last time I did something like this. I'm going to just show you how many games are in this right now. Up to round 10. So this is a brand new database as of right now for the Olympiads. Right now there's 3,436 games. Tomorrow there'll be closer to 4,000, I think. So I'm going to Let me see. I think I'm going to pause this and see. No, I'm going to let you see. I'm going to let you see it. I'm going to quickly find out that website. Okay. The website that I got the website that I got the PGN off of, the database, is This Week in Chess. Okay. So this is how you find the database, This Week in Chess, and they have links to the chess to the Vishy Anand's Chess 24 as well. But this is where I found them. The PGNs are available somewhere in here, and there's actually the whole score sheet. I mean the rounds, the standings. You can see China's on top. Hungary is in second, which is Judith Polgar's. The United States, oh, I was wrong. The United States is up at 6. And like I said, strangely enough, Norway is way down here somewhere. Norway second is at 58. Norway at 39. So yeah, very, very. I don't know what the SNO stands for, but in any case, you can find the PGNs here somewhere. Let me see, where is it? It's not on the download. Live games. And live games too would be the women's. There's women's and there's open. The open is anybody, women, men, doesn't matter. The women's is specifically the women's teams. But in any case, the PGNs are available here. I think you have to scroll down. Here, games. Alright, so you go to games, and you'll see it asks you to download it, and I've already done that, so I'm not going to do that again. But that's how you get the PGNs, totally free. No secret way of getting them. Okay, so live games takes you right to Chess 24, I believe. If that doesn't work, and I'll just go there. Okay, so this is a new site for me. I have signed up for free. It is Vishy Anand's baby. Okay, you can log in with Facebook. You can play, you can learn, you can read and watch. And when you go to the Olympiads, see, it's right here. And I would highly recommend this. I really like it a lot. I would say that the chessboard is a little small for my eyesight, but it's not bad. This chessboard is actually, on this screen, is smaller than what it actually is. But you could also get the PGN files for each round on here, but I haven't seen the entire thing yet, like you can from the other site. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that I didn't take too long and talk too much about those particular games. Obviously, I can't show you every one. If you want a good commentary on the games, analysis and stuff like that, I'm going to see if I could ask one of the chess experts like King's Crusher, for example, if he might be able to do one. In the meantime, keep on playing. I hope you get a chance to watch some of this. Go onto the site, sign up for it, play some chess, watch some of the games, listen to some of the commentary, and please subscribe.